Hey everybody, I'm Yvonne with Back to Earth Creations and welcome to today's live stream. There's going to be a dragon head on here in just a
What
sec.
channel are you streaming from?
Back to Earth Creations Live.
There, finally.
Okay, it came through. Alright, we're trying to make sure that Can I hand you my tablet and you can help me pull it up? Thank you, baby. So I'm digging out. We got home from Dragon Con. We're getting all set up. We're just streaming here to YouTube today because the power went out and my computer still isn't booted up and I just wanted it to be simple. So we're just streaming to YouTube today. But I'm going to be getting my work area kind of tidied up a bit. We're going to get that dragon out. We're going to get some layers of paint put on her for a custom request from a client that hopefully they'll like it and still be interested in purchasing her with the paint upgrades. So I'm excited. Let's get to it. But I gotta rummage through my bin of rummaging. There's all of our body chains. I've got some fabric stuff that I need to take apart and put back together. We got some Silly Winks foam. Silly Winks. Yeah. Man, I'm still kind of low-key whooped from Dragon Con. We streamed yesterday too, though. That's good. There's a bubble wrap. No, Mr. Puddums. He's just looking at me through the door like, what do you mean, no? Where is that dragon? Huh?
I can't figure out why you're...
I couldn't hear you.
I can't figure out why your tablet isn't showing that you're streaming.
Yeah, I don't know either. Okay, so hey Barbie, how's it going? Good afternoon to you. Or morning or whatever time it is, wherever we are. So this is how we swaddle and transport our dragons. So I'm going to start with finding some scissors. In case a kitty want to come on in. Okay, so I'm going to come through. I don't want to cut the bubble wrap. I just want to cut the tape. Because we reuse all of our bubble wrap just as much as we can. So there's that. Nice flat sheet of bubble wrap. No, Mr. Puddums. No.
You may have to shut that door.
I may have to, but it's such a beautiful day with a nice breeze. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to keep... My chair just does that now. It's tricky because I have to hop up to get into the chair now that I've got that cushion in it. Alrighty, so there's that. We're going to pull that off to the side. Hello. Hey, Ear. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Amy. Hello. Hope you got some good sleep. It's nice seeing you today.
Well, you're going to have to read it off my phone.
Oh, really?
Yep. Best I can do.
Thank you, honey.
Figure it out.
Okay, I appreciate you. Alrighty. Oops. We did get some good sleep. Randy and I are still kind of recovering from Dragon Con. Like, we're both still just a little cruddy. But yeah, you can see we folded. I can probably put it on the head now. We fold it nice and snug up over the tip of the snout because it's usually the snout or the horns that get scuffed up during transport. So there she is. There's Celestial. And the customer was interested in this piece, but she's putting together a whole dragon head costume, or a whole dragon costume, and like the colors just didn't quite match as perfect as what a person might want them to. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to add an iridescence layer over the entirety of the piece, like a translucent iridescent. And then we're going to be putting like you know that rainbow hematite, the way that that looks, kind of that oil slick iridescence. We're going to be putting that on a lot of her raised details. And so, and then hopefully the client will like it, and this dragon will go off to her new home, which would be fantastic. And if not, then we get to just kick the paint job up a bit. Oh my god, well thank you so much, Ear. Sorry, I'm folding bubble wrap. It's a critical stage of the dragon sculpting process. Okay. So let's see. I don't want that cushion right now. It's so strange to get settled in after, I mean, we've been, gosh. I'm trying to think, has it been 1 week or 2 weeks since we left the home to go to Dragon Con?
Okay, here's what I can do for now. You are not logged in.
Okay.
But you can read chat.
Alrighty.
So here's that.
Okay.
I had to go through your browser.
That's wild. Well, here's your phone back, honey.
Okay.
Hey, little sprite. How's it going? Randy's getting me all set up with chat and everything. There we go. Okay. But yeah, you can see the way that they sit on the head is a little bit more like a hat than it is a mask. But the way that they're worn, I still kind of think of them as dragon masks. So here it is. This is, let me peel this sticker off so you can see the full label. This is Americana brand by Deco Art, Enchanted Iridescent Top Coat in acrylic. And I did just a little bit onto the top, and you can kind of see that the camera does not capture it well. But I'm hoping that this will be a good thing to use for doing our dragon. Let me get some of these feathers put away. Chilling today and glad you're on. Oh, I'm happy to be on. I'm trying to keep up with everything that pre-Dragon Con Vaughn was doing. But man, that chick does a lot. So post-Dragon Con Vaughn is just trying to, get by day to day. So here we are today, and I am happy to be here. Because I catch myself getting so bogged down with worrying about, oh, well, what are we going to do next time we stream? And it's like, let's just get through this one. One day at a time. And so, putting my little bits of peacock feather away, putting my safety pins away. We've got the door open, so y'all are going to be hearing all sorts of glorious traffic noises. I don't know why folks gotta have their radio that loud, but that's okay. This channel's not monetized anyways, so we don't have to worry about copyright infringement just yet. Hey, Bodega, how's the mask painting going? We've barely just begun. And then these are, for those of y'all who popped into yesterday's live stream, we were just working on some other jewelry pieces that we may be doing a little bit more work on today as well. So these are going to be... Let's see if I can pop that off there. Very nice. Oh, that looks so cool. But we're going to be adding a back to this and doing some other things potentially, because I am going to have to wait for layers to dry in between. Do a layer, wait for it to dry, do a layer, wait. All right, I'm going to use this brush because I like this brush. 'Tis a good brush. I'm going to shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake the paint. Shake the paint. Did the rhinestones bake well? I think that they did. Yes, I think that they did. Like, they didn't peel up weird or anything. But you can see there's some light coming in through the back, so it's greatly going to benefit from having a back plate. And I try to not make my polymer clay pendants too dummy thick, but, you know, it's a look. All right, let me scooch these feathers so that they don't get stuck in the wet paint. And we're just going to turn the head. And I'm going to start here in the back. Just getting some on the brush. And y'all, I didn't even mention yesterday, whenever that was our first live stream since we've gotten back from Dragon Con, but we sold one of the dragon heads at the end of the driveway before even leaving the house. And I'm so glad that we did, because we were able to, we only had to unpack a little bit of the van. And then we were able to pull out Orchid, who was our very first dragon of 2025 to sell. And I am just so pleased. But that was a great start to the weekend, and so to come home and have only 3 dragon heads left, you know, but one of, you know, this one might be finding a new home just as soon as I get her painted. And then, let me think. We had one other person contact us about a custom, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to deliver on that one, because I've never done like a Final Fantasy 14 style dragon before. But that's why we've been doing the custom work the way that we do, where it's like, you just tell me the idea that you have, and I'll see what I can do. And if you like it, you get first dibs. And if not, there's no obligation to buy. I just want to get to sculpt stuff, and I just want to have fun. Because I'm treating it like I'm living in a simulation and I'm getting to min-max and make my sim happy. So I made sure that my sim got to go outside and sit with the chickens, because that's very important to me. And I wanted to make sure that my sim had a good breakfast and a hunger bar and my hygiene and all my little sim bars if I'm playing The Sims 2, which I think might be my favorite. Just making sure that my sim's happy, and then trying to live my life as though I've already won, you know, the lottery. Well, thank you, Amy. There we go. And it's very, very subtle, that iridescence, but it gives a little bit of a purpley sheen to our dragon. And I just want to make sure that I'm not trapping too many air bubbles. I don't want to be messy with this. So also just adding a little bit of like iridescence to the high points might be pretty fun. Barbie says, my baby's so glad for you, sad. We're not gonna lie, I was hoping she'd come back. All right, on. Which one was that, Barbie? Which one is your favorite? Because my hope is since I already kind of have my sculpting station set up for making dragons, that I'm just gonna keep making dragons, but now without the insane time crunch and pressure of, you know, we've got enough money to get by for the next couple of months. Hopefully, you know, we'll have a good holiday season, Christmas sales with our kits and jewelry, and I'll be able to just kind of create, you know, that's, you know, get to enjoy that artist in the winter lifestyle of And I also I did some homesteady stuff this morning. So we were able to bag, like, gosh, we got over 16 pounds of ribeye meat at the King Cash Saver for like $7 a pound, which is pretty good. And so, you know, it was like, what, I think like $135. And it's like, I'll go ahead and buy some beef. That should, you know, be enough beef for a while. So we're getting stocked up for winter. Because I'd rather have food in the freezer than money in the bank. Oh, the mushroom one? Yeah. Now we had the mushroom one with just one pair of antlers, then we had the mushroom one that had like a couple pairs of antlers. I loved both of them. I loved all of them. Like, I've never made a dragon that I'm like, not my favorite. Like, all of them have something that I just love about them, which is such a treat to get to make these. So it feels like I'm just putting her makeup on, you know? It's a perfectly peaceful day whenever there's no traffic and anything like that. All right, so there's that. I'm gonna wibble, wibble, wobble. Rinse my brush out. Do I have any pads of paper towels? No. I'll have to grab one. That okay. It's so important for me to clean my brushes immediately because I will forget immediately if I do not. And I've ruined some of my favorite brushes by not cleaning them right away. How's the audio for y'all? Is everything coming through good? Okay. Do, 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 do. All right. So that was just one layer of iridescence. I still have a little bit of that in there. I'm going to use the remainder of this iridescent paint to do, I've got some of this purple and green. I'm going to use the iridescent paint as a carrier. You could also use, clear nail polish. You could use acrylic medium. I'm just going to put in a scoop. I'm just using my palette knife, and now I'm going to mix that in. And this is the same pigment that I used for Snaggletooth, who still needs his wings. One day Snaggletooth will get his wings. Not today, clearly, but one day. And it doesn't look like much right now, but once we get it on there, hopefully it'll be freaking awesome. It just makes it look a little milky right now is all. And so now I'm going to take this flat chisel tip brush. Like it's, or an angle brush, I guess, I don't know. And I'm just going to start building this color and pigment up. Ooh. It didn't look like much on the camera, but I love it. And then I'm going to come through and just catching the top edge of this. Ooh, stuck my hand in wet paint. There we go. Oh, stuck my hand in wet paint again. That okay. All right, and now I'm going to go ahead and add some just back here. I like adding it just to the top edge detail here down this ridge. And I do use my finger to blend, that's all right. There's no right or wrong way to do this stuff, y'all. And now just... And again, I'm focusing on building up in layers. I don't have to nail the perfect color right out the gate. I just want to get some layers going on. I don't know if that's picking up that purpley green color shift sheen. Oh, the ones with horns and antlers? Right on. Well, you have very good taste, Barbie. I liked that one too. I'm just coming through and painting. Oh, I love it. All right. Let's come in. Before I run out of pigment, because I can always mix up more, but while I'm on this batch, I just want to make sure that I'm doing the same parts down, one part of the face and then down the other. That way when I have to mix up some more, it's just aiming towards keeping symmetry. Just applying it lightly. Because my worry is that I'm going to need to have put like a black undercoat. But I may be able to avoid having to do that because I don't want to darken the piece down much more than what it already is. Just to go with the client's costume. Oh, I love that once it dries. I'm hoping I'll be able to achieve my desired result with just building up layers of the pigment. Because the trickiest part for me has always been trying to balance what I'm capable of doing with what the client has described what they want. And then also sometimes what folks describe is what they think they want. And then isn't always what they actually do want, especially once I've gotten my hand into it and whether or not I'm able to pull it off well. So it's just a lot of variables that I hope, I make the right decisions. But if I get all hung up on that, I don't get anything done. So instead, I just go. I just go and craft. Gotta get out of my own way and just get to crafting. And really, that's the good fun, is the crafting. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Again, it's not really showing up as well on the camera. Hey, Cindy. How's it going? Just going to keep fleshing out these details. Just touching the tops of the sculpted pieces. I don't want to be globbing it on or having paint drip or puddle anywhere. And I have to just let myself trust the process. Hey, Michelle, how's it going? And I'm just going to hold her by the teeth and get some pigment on these front details. I think that's a really nice first layer. I'm going to do a little bit of this pigment down the front here. Now, something that I think would make this look even more like the rainbow hematite might be adding little touches of copper or gold. But again, I'm very hesitant to do that. But I can always paint over it. So let's be bold. Oh, I gotta get her eyebrows. That's gonna make a big difference. It's a nice rainy, relaxing day. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. We got some rain the other day, and so it's nice and cool in the garden. I had some wonderful time sitting with the chickens. I've been processing just steak all morning. We bought a huge side of just a huge hunk of ribeye, and they trimmed it a bit and cut it into steaks for us at the King Cash Saver. But I came home and did a little bit more trimming, and I'm trying to render down some tallow out of the beef fat, but I don't know if it's going very well. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it does not look like what it looks like on the internet. And I'm gonna go ahead and tip the tips here in this same color just because I love it and I want to. And this is why I have not charged the client anything for doing this paint job, because I was like, I'm interested in those colors on this dragon. Let me go ahead and try it. If you like it, you can get it. If not, there's no pressure. I got to experiment with a dragon, and no obligation. I'm just gonna catch the high points now through here. And then I'm gonna come through, and we're just gonna catch some of the high points around this away. There we go. Are you able to see and pick up on that? Oh, I've got all these ones back here too that I need to add some paint onto. I always want my pieces to look just as beautiful from the back as from the front. And it's a nice little change of perspective. What's going on? Hey, Peace Wolf, how's it going? Oh, Barbie says if you commission, would love to start an email convo. Now, the way that we do our commissions is if my body's up to it, because my hands aren't hurting me right now, but I can't speak for future Yvonne. You can send me an email with if there was one that we'd made recently that you're like, ooh, I really love that one. We can talk about, remakes and stuff. None of them are ever going to come out exactly the same. But go ahead and send me an email, Barbie. The worst I can say is, oh, I can't do that right now. Sorry, but love the idea. Is the worst that can happen. And I'm going to use whatever's left in the bottom of the pot to just put on some of the scales. Just to add in a little bit more color and variation. Okay, gotta wash our brush. Oh, thank you so much, Peace Wolf. I'm really enjoying making them, especially now that DragonCon's behind us, and I can I'm finding myself like a rubber band trying to spring back into the shape of the stress that I was in when I left the house 2 weeks ago. And I'm trying to tell myself that it's like, all that stress is just in my head right now. Like, those pressures have been relieved. Everything's going to be okay. My brain's like, anxiety. And I'm like, please calm down, you crazy. You crazy sapien. So I'm just going to... a clean spot on the paint palette. But yeah, so that's a way that I really like to do adding the pigment sometimes. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I want to see something pretty neat. So all of her horns down her face glow in the dark. Her eye glows in the dark. Her moons glow in the dark. And fluoresce. But yeah, so my weak sauce little whoop black light back here, but that's okay. Alright, so I don't think I need to do more iridescent on the cheeks or on the horns because I don't want to bring it too much into the realm of being purpley. But I am going to get just a touch of, this is, that's silver. I'm looking for like an antique gold. There's super bronze, that might be pretty good. And then, what's this? Sunset gold, that sounds perfect. And I've just got a little fluffy brush here. Actually, just a little fluffy brush. And I'm going to try to add just a teeny weeny bit of the Prolex pigment. This is the Sunset Gold. I'm just touching it. No, we'll need to do this as a paint. Maybe. Because I'm trying to get it to look like that rainbow hematite. You know what I mean? Ooh, gotta run to hammer out errands. I'll check back in a bit after I'm done. Catch up soon. Oh, bye, Bodega. Have fun on your errands. I'm drinking some Wawa. Alright, so with that being the case, let's find. Here we have just a little bit of antique copper. And I'm just going to get a touch on the tip of the brush. And then I'm going to blot most of it out. And I'm going to just start kind of tap touching. Yeah, she's definitely going to want more of the gold toned than the copper tone. That's okay. That's why I test there, because it's not going to suffer from building up paint there on the sides. And it might just end up adding a nice little bit of depth or something. Hey Marianne, how's it going? And Michelle says, I showed all the pictures of the dragon heads to my dance group and they really loved that one. Oh, right on. Oh, I missed my dance class again yesterday and I miss it. Like, I miss it bunches. I still haven't heard back. Now, I haven't checked my email yet today, but as of the last time I checked my email, I hadn't heard back on, ooh, I'm going to use Inca Gold. But I haven't heard back on if we got into the moth market in Springfield on October 18th. But I'm really hopeful that that will get in. So I just want to add a little bit of gold tone to this, as though it were the glitter shimmer highlighter on the cheekbone of the dragon, if that makes sense. Because I don't want there to be too much of the gold. But worrying about whether or not I'm going to get it right doesn't help me to do any better or worse. I need to just dive in and do. And then we can always repaint over it. Is what I tell myself. That's pretty nice. Marianne says, good. How was Dragon Fest? Dragon Con was really good. It was actually phenomenal, I think. I don't know how it could have gone better, short of just selling more stuff. And by Sunday, it was like, I don't know what we're going to sell. Because basically all the stuff like the impressive stuff, I felt that we had brought had sold already. So I was like, we had 5 dragon heads left on Sunday and then only 3 left on Monday. Which is awesome. But, and we had sold just about like half of our tie-dyes, like all the common sizes. seemed pretty picked over. Like the color schemes we were just pretty picked over by Sunday, and we still had 2 whole days of selling left, which is a fantastic place to be. But it lets me know what I need to make more of for next year. And I mean, it's always a gamble. You never know. You know, something that sells well one year might not sell well again another year. But my go-to strategy that has not failed us yet has been to just make whatever I feel drawn to, whatever I think might sell well. Like we just gotta get something made. So instead of letting myself be froze up, worried about it, I just get to crafting and have fun. And well, that's all a girl can do. I do think. And I'm a firm believer that the magic happens in the details, so it doesn't look like a whole lot's happening right now on this dragon. I can only imagine, but my hope is that the subtle shimmer, just a little bit of Inca gold here and there, will help, you know, draw the whole piece in together. It is fantastic, and it was so nice to get to see, you know, our family, you know, Amy and Maddie come and help us. This is, I think, their 3rd Dragon Con. I don't know, because it kind of blends together because they come and help at Anime St. Louis as well, and so I'm like, I don't even know what year it is. Like, I'm just building up teeny tiny amounts of that gold. Oh, and for my head, I'm going to need some scale mill shoulder pieces. Ah, but not till next year. Oh my gosh. Phew, I would love that. Definitely learned a lot this year about the new dragon mount. Like the way that we're mounting them, people were so much, like, very well received on that front, which made me happy. Like the improvements in the wearing capacity. Let's give her some shimmery gold right over the eye like that. It's not every day you get to do a dragon's makeup, is what this feels like, you know? And our brushes, whenever Randy paints the latex for me, there's no amount of cleaning the brushes that keeps them from getting kind of fried like this, but it makes them perfect for doing just a nice little, like, stipple. Just laying down some pigment. I always blot some off before. We can always build it. We can always build it up. And then I always try to let it dry just a little in between these added layers. That way I'm not just lifting off whatever pigment I had just laid down. And things don't always look the same when they're dry as what they do when they're wet, I find with acrylics. So I don't know if that goes for other paints, but that's certainly what I'm experiencing with my acrylic paints. And so I think I am now ready to mix up another batch and do another layer of this purple-green color shift. Getting that, but yeah, I mean, clean as anything, and look at that crazy, but it's perfect for doing stippling, so I always save our latex brushes. All right. So now I'm going to put it into, here I have a gloss medium. And I'm just going to put some bloop. Maybe a little more than what I need. That way we can build it up. And then my palette brush. Hoping I'm in frame. And I'm doing about boop and boop. I want that real heavily pigmented. So maybe a 1/16 of a teaspoon or... Oh, that's so pretty. I'm getting that good and mixed. Oh, oh my Lanta. Do you see that? Oh, that's pretty. I just love mixing colors too, you guys. Like, that's most of the fun of painting, is just mixing it. But yeah, so that's how I like to use. If I had to choose between buying every kind of color shift paint or just buying acrylic medium and then getting every kind of color shift Pearlex type powder, I'd go that route. Because I can use these as an additive in resin and so many different things. Whereas I've not had good results with adding Pearlex pigment to, or with adding acrylic paint to resin. I know that some folks have, but I've not had good results. I don't know if it's the resin that I'm using or what. Okay, so we're going to get a second layer of this color shift without any of the previous iridescence. So I'm hoping this will give us a bolder... But that gold kind of cuts through too, y'all, I'm just going to say. And I freaking love it. It's doing exactly what I wanted it to. Yay! Oh, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. I'll take it where I can get it. Like, so much better on my phone versus the TV. Oh, really? I wonder if that's because it's in, like, the vertical. I was thinking about doing the horizontal. Like, I never know what to do. I just wish I knew what the correct thing to do was. And then I would just do that. But out of an effort to keep from being frozen with indecision, I just like, you know what? I'm going to put it in vertical. We're just going to stream to the one platform today. I don't have to get it perfect. I just got to get up and get going. But my priorities are watchability, if that makes sense. So it's like I want it to be good camera angles, good audio quality, good video quality. And sometimes I feel lucky to pull mediocre off. So mediocre meatloaf. I'm going to paint some right here.
Mediocre meatloaf?
That's me.
Thing. So you were saying you're going to paint some mediocre meatloaf?
No. I'm just getting some deets on the tails. Just to start. Yep. I figure I'll never get where I'm going if I don't start. So I'm building up as thin a layers of color as I can. Trying to make sure that I'm not leaving any streaky, obvious brush strokes. Oh, that's gorgeous. I love that. Girl, look at you. There we go. I'm just putting some details here on the sides. And I have a hard time not getting frustrated with myself because sometimes it's like I've been doing this full time, the whole YouTube thing, since 2016. I kind of had this expectation that I'd have figured it out by now or streamlined it or that in some capacity it would have gotten easier. And I think that's the source of my frustration is being like, I thought this was going to be easier. And it's like, no, we still gotta just keep rolling with the punches. It's like, oh, okay. Well, I'll do that then. Oh, I'm digging it. It's giving it so much depth. Oh, thank you. Like, that was my hope, too. Like, more depth, better color matching. Because, like, her shoes for that outfit were this color shift color. So, you gotta have the hat match the shoes. I'm just saying. Basic dragon fashion. Have shoes match belt, match hat. Dragon hat. And she had one of those beautiful corsets from Artemis. Ooh, I can't remember the name of the company. It's Artemis something. They're on the first floor as well. But they have these corsets that you get, like the base corset, but then you can swap out different panels for the front, which I think is just brilliant. So you can have it be different color schemes and things like that. I'm going to add just a little bit more. Just a touch. Just the tip. It was so cool to get to just see and talk to so many folks at Dragon Con. See some old friends, make some new ones. Like, I needed that. Got to catch up with some really cool cosplayers, see some new cool costumes. I'm kind of excited about this. Oh, I'm so nervous though, because we haven't gotten in. Oh, and so, but if we get in, I'm very excited about this moth market. And I'm low-key just thinking about going, whether we get in or not. There's a little globule. Let me see if I can get some tweezers. Oh, tweezers. Here we go. I try to not hype. Do what?
You're not supposed to talk with your mouth full.
Well, I was just holding a paintbrush in my mouth. I try to not fixate on any perceived imperfections because it's just like putting makeup on yourself or on a friend. You don't want to be like, it looks like you have pores. How dare you? It's just you just love the piece for what it is. Because no other dragon could be this dragon other than this dragon. So instead of fixating on, oh, well, that's not perfectly shaped or this or that or the other, just trying to do it justice. Oh, okay. I just snagged her schnoz. It's a nice rainy day. Enjoying the break from the hot weather finally. Oh. So you just subtle changes of the color that can literally just make it so much deeper. And like I said, it gets more depth to it. It's beautiful. Yay! Arch 2 to Rachel Maskey. She was at Dragon at Well. Oh! Right on. What was Dragon Con like from like that perspective? Because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't leave my booth. So like we didn't even make it over to the Marriott this year to see our friend's shirt table. Because normally we go over and help set up or tear down to some capacity. There we go. Oh, who's a pretty dwag? Kinda just gonna dab a little bit of this color shift just on the edges of the moons. Because why not? I craft, therefore I am. Why not add the little more blood? Okay. So now I need to make sure that I've put at least one layer of this everywhere that I wanted to put one layer of this. So I can go through and add another layer. Ooh, hey Sarah, how's it going? Happy live stream. She hasn't posted a video of it yet, but I watched the video of her making her costume for Dragon Con. For the Smiggle backpack that she made. No, I didn't see that. That'd be cool though. Alright, I bet I can add in some more here on the back without risking too much trouble. I really wanted it to like kind of pop more. But what I think I might do, oh yeah, that'd be super cool. Hey Randy, may I ask for your help when you have a moment? I need one of those UV flashlights from the booth because I'm going to do a little bit of UV resin stuff. And y'all, I'm going to try painting with UV resin. I've never done that before. Probably fixing to ruin the piece. But I'll do a little test spot. Sarah says, and I love this blue one. I love this blue one too. This is Celestial. She a good dragon. Oh, thank you. Lumos. It's still weak sauce, but that's because the sunshine.
You weak sauce.
Sarah says, how many heads did you sell? All but 3. And Michelle was actually, she broke the seal. She was the very first dragon we sold at the head of the driveway before we even got on the road. Thank goodness, because I was able to leave Orchid here. Yeah, we were pulling out of the driveway right as she sent the message, and I was like, oh, like, so that made the whole, like, it took so much pressure off just getting there, because there's, even though this is our 3rd year really putting a lot of effort into dragon heads for Dragon Con, we've been selling dragon masks and stuff at Dragon Con since, like, 2017, I think was the first year. Or was it 2018, honey?
It may have been 17.
I don't know. Let's just hit in the middle. It was 2018 for certain. But we only brought like 2 or 3. You know, I was experimenting with something that I was interested in artistically, but hadn't really, oh, pardon me, bug, hadn't really put maximum effort into yet. But even though we've been doing it all this time, I still have this feeling chronically that it's like, I don't see why anybody would buy these ever. And so for Michelle to buy one, it was like, all right, well, you know, okay. That silences that voice at least a little bit. But there's still, I always feel like, well, I'll believe it when I see it, you know, as far as selling more than one goes. And then to sell all but 3 of them just about blew my mind, because I sculpted them and then basically handed it entirely over to Randy and was like, I can't, will you price these for me? And he did. And I had to stop myself because I was arguing with him on every single one. And he was like, are you going to let me help you or not? And I was like, okay, I'll let you help me. And I was so scared because some of them he priced at $1,000. Y'all, that's like our bills for the month. Like that's real and serious money. And I just couldn't fathom somebody spending that on one of my dragons. And then, you know, we sold it and I was like, ah! And then but they start at 300. So, which I feel like is a perfectly more reasonable amount for a dragon. But even then, Randy was like, I can't believe you're letting him go for that low. And I'm like, well, you know. It was tough too. I was going between two of them. I was in love with the colors and color shift, and just the different colors and the sheens and the shines. Ah! Barbie says, do you have a catalog / photo album of all the dragons you have done? All of them, no, but we will put that on the website, and it will be on the page where our dragon heads are for sale. Well, hey, Khalil, how's it going? But yeah, I love that color. Look at that. Oh, that purple, that green, that purple, that green. Ah! Ooh, ooh. Now, before I put any UV resin on this, I'm going to have to let it, like, completely dry, right? Like, I don't want to get any, like, boobling. No boobling. It's looking pretty good, though. I'm going to use up the rest of this pigment that I've mixed here on the scales in the back. I'm just going to go through and kind of add in a bit of color here and there. Just to the tip. I really do think the key is to just build up in thin, quickly drying layers. Because then we'd be like, you know, it's not my favorite, and back off now, and it's not going to make a huge difference to the piece. Whereas if I come through super heavy-handed and then be like, uh-oh, this isn't what I wanted, well, too late. Was this one changing it up or one not finished? This one I'm changing up. At Dragon Con, there was a lady who was really interested in it. Like, there were a couple of folks who were really interested in this one, but she was like, if you were able to make these changes, I would buy it right now. And I was like, okay, wait to pay me until I get them done. That way we make for certain that you like it. And so here we are. I'm getting it painted, and then I'll email her pictures, and if she loves it, then hopefully, you know, we'll get it paid for and packaged up and shipped off home to her. And if she's like, you know, I've changed my mind or my finances have changed, then I'll put it up on the website. And so no pressure, no nothing. Like, I like it this way. There's no pressure on me to perform in any kind of time constraint. There's no pressure on her to be like, because my fear with custom work is that, and I don't know why, fear is irrational, you guys, but here I am. My fear on custom work is that somebody's gonna buy something and then secretly not like it. Like they're gonna put money down or something, and I'm gonna make it, and then they're not gonna like it, but they're gonna feel obligated, you know, to complete the purchase or go through with it or something. And I should just be more trusting. But I don't know. I'll get all clammed up on the fear of it. And instead of crafting, I'll just sit there and fret. So I was like, well, whatever I have to do to trick myself into being a productive, successful business owner. And here I am. Into my bag of tricks. Nice thin layers. You beat yourself up too much, but a lot of artists do. Right on. Sarah says, this had the white dots before. They were just the same kind of color of silvery blue. White dots would have looked really cool. No, yeah, I know which one you're talking about. It's not that one. That one was just blue. Like, I never came up with a better name for that one than blue. That one sold. This part. of like a whole set. Like the lady bought the blue skirt and the blue scale mail, the blue scale shoulders, and the belt, like all of it. She's decked to the nines, man. What do you think, baby?
Looks good.
Does it have anywhere that's like needing?
No, I can go.
Right on. Dry faster so I can do a second coat. I feel it too. I'm always worrying about the what ifs. Yeah. And so a whole lot of it is just like, what if I just shut up and crafted? And then I'm like, don't talk to me that way, Vaughn. And it's like, well, what if we did though? And it's like, I don't know. Maybe we'd have fun. And then it's like, then let's do that. And it's like, but what about worrying? It's like, what about it?
Who's gonna worry?
Who's gonna worry? If I don't worry, then who will? I mean, really. Somebody has to think these irrational thoughts. And it's like, no, I don't. Actually. So. Crazy. I was crazy once. I love your little schnoz. Look at you, Celestial. You're so pretty with your makeup on. What? I just want to make like Breyer model horses, but replace Breyer model horses with life-size dragons. But like, if it could be like a life-size Breyer model horse that you can sit on and is fully animatronic. I just want a dragon. I just want a dragon that I can ride around in my backyard. There's plenty of people out there worrying, right? That sounds like taking the fun out of it, right? Okay. So I'm gonna scooch her over yonder. I'm super duper digging that, and I hope she loves it, because otherwise, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because this was, I think, one of Randy's favorites, and I was gonna give it to Randy if nobody bought it.
I'll take the money.
Randy says he'll take the money. Okay. Randy's like, I know a girl. She can make another one. I'll take the money. Is that how it goes?
I know a girl. She'll never make me one, but I'll take the money.
Randy.
Why?
You're right. I'm sorry. I am terrible. Ooh, so this thing that we made yesterday, I'm just going to use while we have the paint out. Just because I've never made you anything doesn't mean I'll never make you anything. It's only been 20 years. This is hardly evidence of a behavioral habit.
There's not enough data.
I'll make you cornbread. Does cornbread not count? Huh? Okay. You made muffin. What were you saying? You fasten me, Scotch?
Yeah.
I make your bank account empty.
You did.
Who else would do that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
True friend.
A true friend, that's right. I make messes in your house.
Yep.
I bring in stray animals to also make messes in your house.
No.
I make you all sorts of stuff, baby.
What's the episode again? I
I make you have headaches and burnt toast. I make you drive me places. Am I just double shoveling now?
So.
Were these not the positives? I love you long time. Michelle's just rolling. Randy sounds like my hubby. Randy sounds like he's overworked and needs a pay raise.
You guys are getting paid?
Nah, don't be that way, baby. Yeah. Man, you can't hardly see it at all when it's just one layer. Ooh, let's scooch that over. And now I'm going to add in just a little bit of this. I just want to paint everything with this color shift. It seems to be what's happening right now. Because I love that it's still a little translucent. Like when you just do the one layer. And my brain's like, that just means we need to put more Pearl-X powder in it. And I'm like, good point, brain. No, I don't like that. I liked it better when it was just I just want it kind of over in the edges. I made you that little snail.
You did make me a Marcellus Wallace.
Not Marcellus, the sneak snail.
Oh.
Marcellus is mine.
Wait.
Do you want Marcellus?
No.
He said, no, that's fine. Because now I'm over here, I feel like a terrible wife. I've never made you nothing in 20 years.
Just because it's been that way so far.
Well. That's looking pretty good. So which ones did not sell? Any you did not bring to the con? No, we were able, all of them got done, and all of them got brought to the convention except for Orchid because Michelle had already put dibs on her. And then Celestial didn't sell. Sea Witch didn't sell. Ooh, but you know, I bet I could use some of this on Sea Witch. Let me dig her out. But she's all wrapped up still, so let's make some space. Cindy has a very good point. She says, I make Randy smile and laugh. It might be at scissor point. But, he says, I make you go camping. Yeah, I make you a bunch of stuff, baby. No, we had a fantastic day yesterday. We took the evening off. And, was it the full day or just the evening? I don't remember either. But whatever we did in the morning, we ended up lounging around in the living room in the afternoon and evening. And man, that was nice. Just laying on the couch, petting the dog, eating. I'd put my hand out and Randy would put bugles onto my fingertips for me. And then I would come back and feed myself the bugles off my fingertips. That was a lot of fun. We're simple creatures. It does not take much to keep us happy and entertained. And we watched a bunch of anime. So, I make you feed me bugles. Yep. We're still on kissing quarantine, and I'm just devastated. But it's the only way that we can keep each other from, like, I'll get sick, and then he'll get sick, and then I'll get sick again. So, but then it's terrible for morale to have no kissing. No smoochies. So I'm having to turn to Mr. Puddums. And he's a terrible kisser. He uses too many claws. And the chickens aren't much better. Though I did have Butter and oh, I tore my phone. Butter and Ebenezer out in my lap earlier. Just sitting around, hanging out in the chicken coop. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. But yeah, I try real hard to not tear the bubble wrap because it is very reusable. Okay. Yeah, Sea Witch needs some of this color, I think. I could not believe Sea Witch did not find a new home, but whatever. Because now I get to look at her more. What do you think, Randy?
I think she looks great.
Do you think she needs any of this color shift on her?
Yeah, maybe.
Honestly, I don't know where I'd put it, so I think I'm just going to leave her be.
Okay.
But yeah, that's Sea Witch. And just for, for science. Now, please forgive me. I've not put on makeup. or a bra today. So we're basically just free ranging. Woo! But just like that, I love costumes that are, boom, as easy as that. You make him happy or he wouldn't be here. That's very true. I'm mostly just antagonizing him. Because if I don't, then who will? But yeah, so that's Sea Witch. I'm super pleased with how she came out. And all these are those hand felted wool dreads that I had made. And that was something that added a whole bunch of cost to the dragon heads. Is Randy was like, you hand rolled every single one of those dreadlocks. And I was like, oh yeah. But that was like forever ago. So still did it, which is why I listened to Randy.
We also did those ones in teeth last year, but here we are.
Oh yeah, that's true. She didn't have any teeth. But yeah, so we've got Sea Witch still, and we have 2019, who's all fiery and lava looking. Okay. I'm gonna pop that over there. I'm gonna do one last, let me touch and see. I'm gonna do one last go over with this little bit of pigment that we still have. There we go. You know, and I'm gonna paint this part here at the base of the horns as well. There we are. Right. Oh my God, that'd be so cool. Well, I think a big part of why that one didn't sell is because we've got her priced at $900. I think that does the trick. And there are some spots on her that I feel like could use a little bit more work, that could use a little bit more detail. And so I think Sea Witch is going to be the first one that I evolve into having a full, like, gala-ready costume. I just think that would be neat. Like, because I can just picture her with a strapless, like, corset-style gown where the top part is corseted, which it's always tricky for me to do strapless corsets that are over bust, but we'll do it. We'll do our best. And then the dress part is going to be like half octopus, half jellyfish. Michelle says, awesome. I'm going to wear orchid to the first day of the Renaissance Festival this year on October 11th. Oh my God, that's going to be amazing. I love the dreads on that you just modeled. Ah, thank you, Safi girl. Uh-oh, here come the popo. Loud noises, y'all. My apologies. Do, 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 do. So it's super peaceful, except for when it's not. In our neighborhood. They're coming to get you, hide, right? They have those dragons also there on. I'm not sure what you mean, Saki girl. It seems... Perhaps. I mean, I love those, how dragon also there on. Like how they're worn? Do you what, baby? Gotcha. Yeah, so I feel like none of that, hardly any of that gold that I put on really shows through, but I'm happiest with it just kind of like speckled in the background, so I'm perfectly content. My dog's perked up looking for of the dragon. Also, the dreads are on. Typing is super hard. Like, Randy was like, "Are you okay?" Because I was having basically a conniption fit trying to get my phone to type what it is that I'm typing. And, it's just ended. I get so frustrated. That's okay. I got practice patience. Thank you, Z-Dog. There we go. Do what, honey?
He's like, that's what I think of patience.
Right? And again, just trying to make for certain that I don't have any like hard line brush strokes or anything. Like that, I'm still having that artistic struggle that just because I touched something or made it with my hands doesn't mean that it has less value. Which I don't have any logic to back any of these insecurities on, because I don't feel this way towards anybody else. But it's like the I saw a meme once that was like a little comic strip, and it's, the person being validated, being like, everybody deserves time off, and, they don't have to prove their value, of existence just to exist, like, and then it finished with, except for me, and it's like, that's right, except for me. Like, I don't give myself those same graces that I just innately give to other folks, but it's good to have something to work on, I suppose. And just being aware of those thoughts doesn't mean I'm listening to them, but it is good to be aware. Because that way, when I'm feeling wretched, I can know why. And knowing's the start, right? Ooh, we get to do another layer on the side scales. I bet he does, but I love husky malamutes. They're so fluffy. Oh! Yeah, I bet that's very vocal. You'll never have to wonder what they're thinking. Are you gonna button train? So they can be like, food, food, destroy, food, play, food, poop. Yeah, the color shift is popping. Oh, I'm loving it. He's shedding a lot. He gets a haircut in a few days. Oh, we were having a creative therapy session. What was it I had said yesterday? I can't afford therapy, so I live stream instead. I mean, I'm not lying. Just getting a little bit more of that pigment laid down. I still got just a little bit more. All right, I'm going to be daring. Rummaging through the trash for the absolute busted like, I mean, the bristles are all stiff and stuff, but it should be fine. I'm just going to get the tip in there, like that. And then I'm going to come around here to the back side, and I just want to catch the high points from this back angle. I'm flipping the brush so that it's got fresh pigment on it. And that way it'll be just almost like a touch trick of the lighting, perhaps, with that little bit of color shift. Because I hate to leave any paint unused. All right. And now we get to watch it dry. Oh. Oh, thank you, Barbie. She says it's looking amazing. Michelle says chef's kiss. Just throws those color contrast just as really like that dragon is banging. She was banging before, but now she's really banging. She's like banging for real. I mean, I dig it though. Like, let's get this down. And we're going to catch. So, like, I'm looking specifically right in this area. How it shifts from that green to that purple. And I'm going to be looking around the eye. How it's shifting. Oh, yeah. I'm digging it. And y'all, this is going to go absolutely bonkers when we get the UV resin on there, I do believe. Now, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do the UV resin. I'm very, very pleased with that. Sometimes you really do just got to get up and step back and take a look at it. I think it would have had an even bigger impact if I had painted black acrylic and then applied them, but that's fine. This will be absolutely fine. His name is Thanos, and he's 4.5. My other dog is Gracie. She's Border Collie, Blue Heeler. She'll be 3 in November. She's very jealous. Oh, doggy. Doggy drama. Days of Our Lives, Doggo Edition. Oh boy. Let me go find my UV resin. Yeah, it 100% just smells like hot beef in this house, and there's barely any tallow rendered out at all. So I don't know if I'm doing something right or if I'm doing something wrong.
Who's to say?
Who's to say? Alrighty. Okay, so this is the UV resin that I'm using. You can see the cap is kind of jank. I'm gonna put gloves on because otherwise it ends up in my eyeballs and I hate that. Let me scooch the tripod. All right. All right. Hey, Teresa. Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm really, honestly, I'm super duper pleased with how she's come out. I think she's gorgeous. And I hope I don't ruin her by fiddling around, but that's just fear talking. So I'm going to start with, we've got these here. This one's been painted and the paint seems to have dried. But I'm going to put a little bit of a UV coating on these mushroom pendants that we made in yesterday's live stream. And this is, oh, I'm totally digging this heart. Like, if we get into the moth market oddity, like oddity market, I'm going to be making a lot more tentacle stuff. And I don't know, just having fun, really. It's fun to use up some colors. All right. How's that for y'all? Okay. So I'm going to start with just applying trying to do like a thin domed layer. Then I've got this needle tool that I like to use to kind of drag it to the edges. And then I'm going to use a flashlight because apparently that's supposed to work. I don't hardly trust it. I don't know why. But just as long as I can get it set up enough that I can go and put it in the sunshine and it won't be like dripping everywhere. Also, these batteries don't seem to be, I don't know if you can see that flickering. Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay, it is gorgeous. You're gonna have to trust me. It's gorgeous with the UV resin over it. I wonder how long I have to hold it, because I know I'm gonna ruin it if I poke it. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, so there you can kind of see. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. I don't know who sent me these little mushroom frames, but I love them. Somebody sent them to us to our P.O. box, but it didn't have a note, so I don't know who to thank. And I figure if you don't want to say, that's okay. But I hope you know I appreciate you sending it. Okay. So I'm thinking, I'm trying to... Do I just jump in and test it? Yep. Hey, Randy. Would I be able to get your help with something in a moment?
Yeah.
I'm going to get some UV resin onto these mushrooms, and then I'm going to have you go set it on the front porch in the sunshine.
Okay.
Thank you. Boop. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I like them. I thought it'd be something fun and different from what we usually do. There's like a wasp stuck in the lampshade or something. Just trying to get that UV resin over the whole surface of the polymer clay. There we go. And then this one, yeah, we're just going to have to do that one too. I just want to make sure we don't have any like thin spots or anything. Do these flashlights really work though, you guys? Like, I'm so nervous. I'm going to do like a little test splotch. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little test splotch right here. Boop. And that way I can put the UV light on it. How long do I have to hold it on, I wonder? Oh, wow. Well, I mean, not forever, but it's already not sticky. So the UV light does work. I love the cicadas. I don't know how much more getting to hear them we're going to get this season, so I'm going to enjoy it while we can. I've been seeing the monarchs passing through. The monarch butterflies. All right. Hey, I can smell this stinky UV resin.
Well, hey.
That's probably bad, but it's good that I can smell it. That means my sense of smell's coming back. Like, I take that as an improvement. I think most UV resins say 1 to 3 minutes, depending on the strength of the light and thickness of resin. Ooh, okay. Well, it's weak light. But I just want it to be enough that I can get the dragon head to outside. Did I get all the way up to the edge? Okay. Hey, Randy. I'm ready for you to take this one out for me. Let me put just a little bit on the edge here. I don't know if it shrunk or...
I'm gonna go out the front door.
Oh, that sounds perfect.
There's a baby gate the other way.
Yeah.
Over here.
Well, thank you, honey. I appreciate you.
All right.
There you are. Thank you, honey.
Sure.
And now I'm going to choose a perfectly sacrificable paintbrush. Well, this one's already pretty wrecked, so I'll use this one. Wish me luck. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm not even in frame. Yeah, and it was good too. I was doing the music and everything. There we go. Now we're in frame. So I just added some UV resin to right there. And so I'm just going to let that charge up, or cure rather. Do 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 do. Boo do 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 do. All right, so we're just getting some on there, smearing it around. Boom. Oh, I love it so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do these 2 dots, these 3 here, and the ones on top of the eyes are going to be the only one that are like jewelified like this. And I basically want to do just enough UV or treatment with the UV light that it's set without being drippy. I'm excited about it. I love this. I'm having so much fun, you guys. I'm going to be daring. I dare to make messes. But yeah, just doing a little bit of doming with the UV resin is just enough to really set that color shift to poppin', I think. Boom! Yeah! Boots, 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 boots. Her gloss be poppin'. I'm just gonna perch it on a horn here so my arm doesn't get tired. Tie. Ooh, that looks so cool. Okay, so now we're gonna do these 3. And so what I like about this is whenever I gooby it up, I can just come in and remove some of the product with the same paintbrush that I'm using. It does seem like I let the acrylic paint cure for long enough, or dry for long enough, so that's good. It's always a worry. Gosh, that just makes it look so like wet and nice and cool and awesome, and I love it. So yeah, now we'll do her eyebrow dots, and then we'll be able to take her outside to charge up, or to cure the rest of the way. So yeah, when the tip gets just unruly like this, I just clean it off. It cleans up pretty well. Woo! But now it applies a whole lot faster. So there's a thing. Okay. It's dripping. No. Shouldn't have cleaned the tip. I had like the perfect control spout, and now it's just dripping everywhere. But that's okay, because I can wipe it off of there. And no one will know. Hee hee hee. Hey, Randy. Could you prep me a paper towel, please?
Yeah. You got paper towels over there?
I do, but I'm gonna kind of poke that and try to drag it this way. I hope I'm not screwing it up.
What about a tissue? Does that work?
I
don't see any paper towels. Oh, here we go.
Okay, is it right over there by you?
Over by my work area where I do need
Excellent. Thank you, baby.
How many?
The second one would do me just fine. Thank you, that'll be plenty. Oh, I didn't let these set up enough. And so now it like sagged, but that's okay. I don't know if anybody would know to look for that if they weren't the one who made it. And we can always kind of fix it up a bit by putting just a little bit of poop on there. Ooh, and that domes it even farther beyond.
This is what it's like to dome even further.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, definitely thin, buildable layers. Because I've never used a varnish that gets the same effect as UV resin. Oh my goodness, my arm's tired. I'm going to get this last one, this last side resined. And then Randy, if you could get the front door for me here in a couple of minutes. Oh my gosh, I love this color. Oh yeah, I'm not left-handed. Let's try that again. Nope, stops. Nope. Wow. There we go. Ah, panic. Drippy, drippy panic. Yes, it's okay. Boop. When there's too much, it's okay. We can just keep sopping up the excess with our paintbrush and wiping it onto a paper towel. But it's just oozing in between. All right, good enough. Okay, baby. Oh no. Here in a couple, I'm just about ready. Well, it keeps dripping on me. Okay. Are you on standby?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, y'all. I will come back to get the phone in just a moment, but in the meantime, we're getting this baby to the porch. Everything smells like hot beef. Okay, y'all. So, do what?
The sun went away.
Are you serious? Friggin' clouds! Okay, so these are how the, sorry, I don't mean to yell. These are how the little UV mushrooms came out. I'm so bad at resin, you guys. Like, I make such messes. I think this one might have bled through to the back. No? Okay. But they were in the sun long enough that I can touch it in the middle and it doesn't leave a fingerprint. But I'm going to go put them back out there and I'm going to take y'all with me. So let's go look at the dragon head on the porch. That now it is like full cloud cover. Oh. Okay. So there's these guys. And this is looking in the sunshine, if the sun would shine again. Oh, I love that purple. Wow. Ooh. Wow. Ooh. absolutely in love with the color shift. Like, dang. All right. I am pleased. Okay. So we're going to leave her here in the sunshine to let her cure the rest of the way. And we'll let the mushrooms cure just a little bit more, just because I figure what's better than being cured? Being extra cured. Absolutely love that. Yee! Okay. So that's that dragon head so far, you guys. And then we will maybe do some more polymer clay today. Or I guess technically that's the completion of the project. So is that the completion of our live stream? I think perhaps, because I need to go check on my tallow that I'm rendering. So thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I don't know, like we don't have a shop update for tomorrow so far. Yeah, so we're figuring it out. But one thing, one moment at a time, and I'll see y'all in the next video. And until then, thank you for being here and happy crafting. Mwah. Bye. How do I click the, oh, right there. And then I click it like that.